following his recent arrest by federal agents in connection with the August 2022 shooting and attempted murder of Quando Rondo.
Durk has been locked up in Broward County Jail. He's there right now.
Lil Durk has been taken into custody. In a stunning turn of events, it seems the rapper may be saying goodbye to the streets for good, as he faces a life sentence stemming from serious federal charges. Wondering what's next for the F-Boss? Let's dive in. Gone for life following his recent arrest on charges tied to a murder-for-hire plot. Lil Durk, once flying high in private jets, now finds himself confined within the four walls of a prison cell. Court documents reveal that, if convicted, Durk could face a statutory maximum of life in federal prison. Jail records show that the 32-year-old rapper, whose real name is Durk Banks, was booked into Broward County Jail pending charges of murder for hire. His arrest came after the U.S. District Attorney in Los Angeles filed an indictment against him and 5 other members of Only the Family OTF. The indictment accuses them of conspiracy to commit murder for hire resulting in death and use of a machine gun in the commission of a murder. Prosecutors allege the group crossed state lines to carry out a targeted attack against Quando Rondo Circle in 2022.
There are now 5 people in custody who weren't in custody before. 5 people who were alleged to have committed a murder in broad daylight in the middle of the afternoon in the city of Chicago.
Here's the breakdown. Federal agents have linked 5 individuals to the August 2022 shooting in Los Angeles that claimed the life of Quando Rondo's cousin. According to reports, Quando Rondo himself was the intended target, with the attack allegedly carried out in retaliation for King Von's death. It seems the feds had been working behind the scenes to connect the dots, searching for a solid link tying the big fish, Lil Durk, to the murder-for-hire charges leveled against his affiliates. Investigators believe the shooting was a direct continuation of the deadly events that unfolded back in 2020 at the Monaco Hookah Lounge in Atlanta, where Lil Durk's close friend King Von was killed. Honestly, at this point, the feds didn't need an informant to figure out that anything related to Von's death would likely have Lil Durk's fingerprints all over it. It was only a matter of time before authorities tied Durk to the 2022 hit, especially after indicting and arresting those 5 OTF members. The paperwork and evidence against him had clearly been stacking up, and once the feds had what they needed, they moved in, delivering the most crushing blow of Lil Durk's.
Durk has been locked up in Broward County Jail. He's there right now. Yes, Broward. He's in Florida. I got the whole thing on. Look on my stream. I got it. Oh my God, bro.
As expected, DJ Academics was among the first to break the news of Lil Durk's arrest to the industry. After posting a video about the situation, he tweeted, "Breaking: Lil Durk has been arrested by U.S. Marshals and is being held at Broward County Correctional Facility until he's extradited to California on a federal charge. His charge is murder for hire in connection to the death of Quando Rondo's cousin, Lil PB." When Cat Williams said 2024 was going to be the year of truth, he wasn't lying. In a move that shocked few, it looks like F is officially on the road to a full-blown RICO case. A new filing now labels F as a criminal organization. According to the indictment, Co-Conspirator 1 allegedly placed bounties on individuals targeted by him and other members, including TB, was reportedly Quando Rondo. The indictment further claims that, as part of the bounty system, co-conspirators, both known and unknown, including defendant Wilson, would either directly pay anyone involved in the hit or reward them with lucrative music opportunities through F. Yeah, it's looking real bad for Durk. From the looks of things, Lil Durk is referenced in the indictment as Co-Conspirator 3. It gets worse. Prosecutors allege that Co-Conspirator 3 used a credit card tied to F to purchase airline tickets for the hit squad to fly out to California and execute the plan. That same credit card was also allegedly used to book hotel rooms for the assailants, and it was linked to a bank account that listed Durk's former manager as an owner. Even crazier, another card under that same account was issued to Lil, Durk's father. But how did the plan actually play out? According to the reports, it went south. The indictment says that defendants Jones, Lindsay, and co-conspirator 2 opened fire on TB's vehicle, firing multiple rounds, but instead of killing TB, they killed Senior, a passenger in the car. And if you've been keeping up, you already know. SR refers to Lupab, Quando Rando's cousin. Remember when rumors were flying that someone snitched on Quando's location? Looks like the streets were right. According to Overt Act Number 2 in the indictment, on August 18, 2022, one or more conspirators, including co-conspirator 4, learned that TB was visiting California and staying at a hotel in Los Angeles. So now the big question is, who snitched? The hit squad, using 2 vehicles, one of which had no plates, tracked, stalked, and ambushed TB at a Los Angeles gas station. They allegedly fired at least 18 rounds into TB's car, several of which struck and killed Lupab. After the shooting, the team reportedly regrouped at a restaurant to distribute payments for the hit. And here's where they made their final, fatal mistake. At dawn, they allegedly used the same compromised credit card to book flights back to Chicago. To top it all off, in an unexpected twist, Lil Durk's federal murder for hire trial has now been pushed back from January 7, 2025 to October 2025.
Here it is. It says the charges mark the latest fallout from the high-profile killing of King Von. They connecting dots.
What this all points to is that prosecutors believe the case runs deeper than just a single incident. They see it rooted in a long-standing conflict. The altercation between Quando Rando's crew and King Von back in 2020 ended in tragedy, with Von losing his life outside the Monaco Hookah Lounge in Atlanta. It's crazy how all this mess stems from an ego-driven fistfight. Back in 2020, it's even more tragic to see that what's left is a bowl of consequences Durk might have to live with for the rest of his life. Honestly, it's hard to disagree. But at the same time, you can't fully blame Durk without understanding the bond he shared with Von. Let me break it down. Lil Durk, real name. Durk Derek Banks was born on October 19, 1992, and raised in the Englewood neighborhood on the south side of Chicago, one of the city's most dangerous areas. Growing up surrounded by violence and gang activity, Durk faced harsh realities from an early age. His father was incarcerated when Durk was just 7 months old, leaving him to navigate life's struggles largely on his own. Music became his escape, a way to rise above the streets and tell his story. Von, born Davon Daquan Bennett on August 19, 1994, came from O Block, another infamous Chicago neighborhood named after a fallen gang member. Von's upbringing mirrored Durk's constant violence, frequent loss of friends, and multiple run-ins with the law shaped his early life. Despite these challenges, Von's natural charisma and raw storytelling ability set him apart. As Von started gaining attention locally, already a major figure in the Chicago rap scene saw the spark in him. Durk took Von under his wing, mentoring him not just in music but in life. Their bond wasn't just about business. It was about survival, loyalty, and trust in a world where trust is rare. They leaned on each other in ways few could understand, and that loyalty forged a brotherhood stronger than fame. Their connection had a deep impact on both their careers and, ultimately, their destinies. As Durk once said during an interview on The Breakfast Club, his relationship with Von wasn't just about music, it was real life.
He got a whole story behind him. I'm saying he from O Block. So that should speak for itself. But I'm saying he just real. I'm saying his music, just real. It's my brother too.
As their bond deepened, Lil Durk officially signed King Von to his label, Only the Family OTF, marking a major milestone in their partnership. Their professional collaboration took off quickly. Von's debut mixtape, Grandson Volume .1, dropped in 2019 and featured 2 tracks with Durk, Crazy Story 2.0 and Twin Nem. The mixtape was a success, and Von's raw storytelling talent quickly drew a loyal fan base, solidifying the evil twin connection between him and Durk. It's important to understand, Von wasn't just another rapper chasing clout. He was a dangerous figure on the streets long before he ever touched a mic. He only started rapping seriously after beating a murder charge in 2017. That's why, when Von made the transition into music, he didn't fully leave the streets behind. That Quando Rondo had tried to take King Von's chain after the shooting.
One thing about it, he will protect you with anything, which anybody should do.
On the other side, Quando Rondo and his camp were hit with intense scrutiny and public backlash. Many fans and fellow artists squarely blamed Quando for the chain of events that led to King Von's death. Despite the heavy criticism, Kwando remained defiant. In the weeks after the shooting, he faced major consequences. Concerts were canceled, death threats poured in, and his name became a lightning rod for controversy. Still, Kwando pressed forward, continuing to drop music and publicly maintaining his innocence. In a bold and widely criticized move, Kwando gifted Lil Tim Leaks an expensive watch, seen by many as a show of loyalty to the man accused of killing King Von. The gesture only deepened the hostility between both camps. Me and my twin Kwando wrote on his Instagram story, sharing a photo of two newly purchased luxury watches, one trimmed in black, the other in blue. He tagged Lil Tim's account, making it clear that the second watch was meant for him. To many, it was more than just a gift. It was a message that Kwando was standing firmly by Lil Tim's side, no matter the cost.
Sure, man. But a chain, man, when it comes to jewelry, man, only people with bad intentions, clout chasing and stuff, looking to try to take them to the chain. Man, a $50,000-$60,000 chain, man, like, go buy that. That's $50,000-$60,000, like, that's not nothing.
DJ Vlad revealed that Jam served a 12-year prison sentence for attempted murder, reportedly starting in 2010. He was released in 2022. Around the same time, Lil Pav was killed. Since his release, Jam has allegedly been acting as a federal informant, wearing a wire to gather evidence against Lil Durk and only the family ATF, ultimately leading to the recent wave of arrests. Amid Durk's arrest and the shocking discovery of a rat within a circle that was supposed to be only the family.
Did 12 years, got out, interviewed, said he kept it real, brought him cars, gave him 50,000.
Right.
This. Made mention that ain't no smut on his name, he ain't never been a rat. Caught a gun case, but eventually he
Even though Lil Durk has often rapped about spotting snakes in his circle, he never saw this one coming. One comment put it perfectly: to be betrayed by a childhood friend you looked out for, and then to have him wear a wire around you, is insane. It's always the closest ones, and honestly, I couldn't agree more. Betrayal only hurts when it comes from someone you call family. You never expect loyalty from an enemy, but from a friend. That cuts deep. If you're feeling this breakdown, go ahead and click the card showing on your screen for more videos like this one.